Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here with today's edition of 90 Day Oy Vey. Veah's family tragedy involving her brother, and I have more pictures of Brian's wife. Let's hop right into it. Veah's brother, Cody. Veah explained the reason why her and her ex, Rory, are so attached to each other was because they were bonded by tragedy. Now, Veah has had a rough life, as she explained in a post about her adoptive family and how she was removed from her adoptive family at 14 years old. And she didn't realize what was being done to her and her siblings was abuse. So Veah explained this in a post, and then she posted this to her story, where she explains about her and Rory's connection. She says the crazy thing about this is a couple of days before I went into labor and gave birth to our sleeping baby, I had a dream that we were at our adopted family's house talking about Cody's passing. I got up and walked outside, and we all had our handprints in the cement. And I looked down and saw Cody's handprints, and I looked up and saw two angels in the sky. And I knew in my dream one was Cody, and the other one I had no idea. Then the day of Cody's funeral, I started having horrible pain. Went into the emergency room and they said you're in labor. They got me up to labor and delivery, and I gave birth to our little baby. And it was that point it clicked who the other angel was. Did I mention she has been through tragedy? Now, Veah is not even her real name. Okay, so I got that little scoop, guys. This is some throwback pictures of her from her Facebook, but Veah is not her real name. So she posted this to her story last week or so. It's pictures of her father and her brother when he was on life support. She explained on the show that her brother was killed by law enforcement, but she didn't really get into much detail. Uh, she posted to her story that they still celebrate her brother's birthday every year. And this is her brother, Cody. Okay. These are pictures of her brother. And this is, once again, their father with him when he was on life support. This is Cody's record. Okay. He was arrested a few times, as you can see, for disorderly conduct and kidnapping in the first degree, attempting to elude, resisting arrest. This was in 2015. He was also arrested again in 2019 for charges unknown. So Cody has had his run in, with the police. And this is a couple of local news articles pertaining to the incident. Um, the, the family of a Colombian man who was shot by a Fulton police officer Monday morning has died. I'm sorry. The family of a Colombian man who was shot by a Fulton police officer Monday morning and died in a hospital Wednesday spoke out on Thursday. Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers confirmed that the victim, 25-year-old Cody McCallum, died from a single gunshot wound. Fulton police are not releasing the name of the officer involved in the shooting death of McCallum. The officer is on administrative leave during the investigation of McCallum's death. They killed my son, and I will never see him again in these shoes, McCallum's father, Michael Netherson, said. That's what I got, is a pair of shoes that's physical that I can hold now, that to remind me of him. Netherton said that his son was shot in the top of the head at a downward trajectory. Netherton said that McCallum was on life support until he was removed from the equipment Wednesday morning. McCallum's fiance and the mother of his 3 children, Taylor Brooks, was in the back seat of McCallum's car at the time of the officer-involved shooting. Brooks said a Fulton police officer shot McCallum without warning during a reenactment with family members using McCallum's car. The car has a single gunshot hole in the middle of the windshield. This is another local article. The agency investigating the officer involved shooting in Fulton that left 1 man dead said the man threatened the officer by accelerating his car towards him in the moments before the officer fired. In a press release, the Missouri State Highway Patrol said the events began when a Fulton police officer who has not been identified attempted to pull over a vehicle in the 700 block of Hickman for suspicious activity. The suspect vehicle initially fled, according to the release. After a short pursuit, the officer got out of his car and was on foot trying to speak to the driver when the vehicle accelerated towards him. The officer then fired on the driver. 25-year-old Cody McCallum of Columbia was struck once in the head and died at University Hospital on Tuesday. So, the officer was not injured. Neither were the 2 women in the car with McCallum, his fiancee, and his mother. Taylor Brooks, McCallum's fiancee, was in the back seat and said that the officer fired without warning. The man's family told KRCG 13 they wanted justice from the fatal shooting. A special prosecutor has been appointed by the Circuit Court of Callaway County to review the matter and to determine if any criminal charges are warranted. The Fulton police officer has been placed on administrative leave. So there was also this local news story that I want to play for you guys. And you could see Veah's father in this. And yeah, let me just share this with you guys.
Family of a Columbia man shot by a Fulton police officer Monday morning died in a hospital yesterday. That family is now speaking out. Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers confirms the victim, 25-year-old Cody McCullough, died from a single gunshot wound. KRCG 13's Mark Slavitt reports the family now says he was murdered.
Fulton police are not releasing the name of the officer involved with the shooting death of Cody McCullough. The officer is on administrative leave during the investigation of McCullough's death.
They killed my son, and I'll never see him again in these shoes. And that's what I got as a pair of shoes. This physical I can hold now to remind me of him.
Cody McCullough's father, Michael Netherton, says his son was shot in the top of the head at a downward trajectory. Netherton said McCullough was on life support until he was removed from the equipment Wednesday morning. McCullough's fiance and the mother of his 3 children, Taylor Brooks, was in the back seat of McCullough's car at the time of the officer-involved shooting. Brooks says a Fulton police officer shot McCullough without warning during a reenactment with family members using McCullough's car. The car has a single gunshot hole in the middle of the windshield.
He shot Cody in the head, and then Cody's head went like that and back like that, and his eyes were wide open like this.
Authorities say the shooting happened behind Fulton's McIntyre Elementary School on Monday. Fulton Deputy Police Chief Major Roger Rice is not discussing details, but does confirm the police department got a call about suspicious activity in the area. Rice could not confirm whether McCullough had a weapon. Brooks says there was no weapon in the car.
I don't want justice for it. I want something done. I want that person to pay for what they done to my little baby brother.
They killed my son, is the way I look at it. And if they can prove me different, I like to have my day in court with these people.
Fulton police turned over the investigation of McCullough's death to the Missouri Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control. Highway Patrol investigators gave us no comment. Reporting in Columbia, Mark Slavitt, KRC.
So that was the local news story about Veah's brother when he was taken off of life support, explaining what happened. First, I would like to thank Mary Pants on Instagram for doing all of this research, basically. And when I looked into to see if there was anything done to the police officer, whether he was, held on administrative leave for a period of time, whether he was found guilty of anything, and there was nothing. So I'm assuming that an investigation was done and the police officer was found, to be in the right to fire his weapon, because I didn't find anything about the officer. And thank you to Mary Pants for doing all this research. So this explains Veah's attachment to Rory and why she brought him with her to South Africa. Poor Sonny is not going to be happy. He is not going to be happy once he finds out Rory is there. So we shall see what happens. Tiger Lilly answers some questions, okay? And she's recycling some questions. So she, first of all, someone asks, are you losing the benefits of your divorce by remarrying? Kids in the plan? And she said, what benefits? Then someone asked, how did you earn all your money? Now, I think she's recycling this because someone asked her this last week, and it's the same answer. For me, riches are about good health, children, family, and loved ones. So grateful and thankful I have that. I'm blessed to have jobs that I enjoy. I think it's important to have multiple streams of income. I have an online clothing shop. I'm a certified handwriting expert, and I have a few other things I do on the side. But most of my financial freedom came from investments. Okay. Someone else asked her, why do you need a stylist every day you set your hair? And she said, why not? I have my hair styled when I'm at home, so why not on vacation where I'm with the love of my life? Obviously, it's a need. And hey, why the hell not? I mean, I personally wouldn't take 4 hours to get ready, but if I could have someone come to my house and style my hair every day, well, why the hell not? Someone else asked, why leave one controlling relationship for another? And she says, who's in a controlling relationship? I sure am not. And trust me, I know controlling. And someone else asked, what do you say to people who accuse you of wanting to be more white than Asian? And she says, people are just so silly. Just because I color my hair blonde doesn't make me less Asian. I'm proud of my heritage, obviously, or I wouldn't be talking about it. And then we have Adnan and his older brother, Thea, who is another shit stirrer. Okay, in this past episode, he had to make a comment about his sister-in-law's outfit just to make it worse, I mean, Adnan was already pissed off that she took 4 hours to get ready, but he had to make a comment about the outfit. Faith and Lauren. Okay, first of all, I found Faith. She's on TikTok. I want to share this with you. I can't play the music or I'm going to get a strike, but Faith is on TikTok and there is no signs of Lauren on her TikTok. Thank goodness. And we are all rooting for you, Faith, especially after seeing you cry last night. I really want to choke the shit out of Lauren. So this is our girl, Faith. Okay, now we have Faith, okay, but now we also have Lauren seen here with friends. He actually has friends, okay? Lauren seems to be doing anything he can to keep himself relevant, to keep people talking about him. I just wanted to put this out there to let him know, dude, peeling your food is a good thing. First, it was the fucking shrimp. Now it's these tangerines. Like, dude, peeling your food is not a bad thing. It's really not. I mean, what in the actual fuck is this, guys? I mean, I guess anything for attention. And I guess you could say I'm falling into it because I just had to fucking show this to you guys. Like, this dude doesn't even peel tangerines. Peeling food is not a bad thing, Lauren. Just saying. So, anyway, let's get into Brian and his wife. Did you know he was married? Oh, yes, he is. Now, Brian went live to show off, playing his wheelchair rugby. Okay, and he's been posting a lot lately. Brian's Superman in a wheelchair. This I didn't get, where he was asking Tim if he needed help. Who was going to clean Tiny Tim's vagina. It was a clip of Pillow Talk of Tim and Veronica, talking about Brian on Pillow Talk. So I don't quite get this, okay? But Brian is married. Currently, right now, he is still married. So I wonder if Ingrid knew about this. These are pictures where he proposed to his current wife. And I want to share this video with you. Okay. Brian and his wife. I have to mute the music, guys, or I'll get a copyright strike. But you'll get the picture. So this is Brian playing wheelchair rugby. I could unmute this. He's the one in the green. And now here's Brian and his wife. I mean, they look like a really happy couple. But from what I understand, once you start actually living with him, then things are, quite a different story. So I just wanted to share that with you guys to show you that Brian is married. Okay. And yeah. So moving on. We have the Other Way cast. Tata. Look, she's actually smiling. She's not crying for once. Josh explained on his TikTok that whole scene in the car with Lilly and his brother. And while he understands where Lilly was coming from, he wished that she didn't start the conversation in front of his brother, because he feels like there's a time and a place for everything. And there's a 12-hour time difference. And when he was explaining this, I kind of got what he was saying. He understands that Lilly was upset with him, that he was texting right before they were about to sit down to dinner. But there's a 12-hour time difference. And he's 12 hours ahead of everyone. So he has to, take whatever time he can to be able to communicate with his family. And this was, when he first got there and he was filming. So they were asking him how filming was going, how things are going, and you're filming long, long hours. He has a point. Cameras in your face for long, long hours. So, he said that he even though he understood where she was coming from, he wished that she didn't bring up the argument in the car in front of his brother. I found Lilly on TikTok as well, and there is no sign of Josh on her TikTok. She's still in China. He's here. I'm about 99.9% sure that he is here. So it's pretty safe to say that relationship went. So there you go. Dempsey got a new haircut and went back to her natural hair color. Stadler is doing fall harvest things. Corona's story is changing. Okay. Now, Corona, who lately has been giving us lessons on birth control and the menstrual cycle against our will on the gram. Okay. I'm sorry, Corona. I'm 50. I know all about an IUD. That was my form of birth control until I went into menopause and I had mine removed because I don't need it anymore. I know all about the menstrual cycle. Okay, I don't need you educating me on the gram about my menstrual cycle that I don't get anymore because I'm in menopause. Did I mention I'm in menopause? Anyway, so Corona is insisting on educating women about their women's health on the gram. Perfectly fine. Okay, so Corona story is changing. What am I babbling about? Let me just share my video. So she went live on TikTok the other day. Okay. And she is talking about the article that I covered previously that Inky gave an interview to a local Icelandic newspaper, basically told them that him and Corona are not together, that they had broken up, but she, flew out there to film, basically. That he is going to take over American reality TV. He said he had to dig into his improv skills a bit because production, want you to say a certain thing, and sometimes he would have to dig into his improv skills. So when this all came to light 3 months ago or so, when they first started the other way, Corona wasn't happy about all of it. But her story's changing now. Listen to what she was saying the other day on TikTok versus what she said 3 months ago.
Said, and it's not true, and that's not what it said. It's like playing telephone. Someone says one thing and then people.
Girl, I translated the article. That is what it said. I painstakingly, line by line, put it into Google Translate. That is what it said, girl.
Well, just like bloop, 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 to the end product just doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Like, think it through. Like, you think we were broken up and just filmed a show, broken up, and I met his parents as an ex-girlfriend. Like, what? I would never waste my time like that. Never. Never. I don't give a damn about this show. I would have never. I know, the people on Reddit go crazy, and then everyone starts to believe it, and then they're just like, oh, yep, it's totally true. I've been saying it's not true this whole time, and no one believes me, but they believe something that they read that was originally in Icelandic. I have regrettably been entirely too nice.
Now, this was Corona at the beginning of the season, okay, when the article first came out.
And held my composure entirely too much. And I'm fucking done with it. Apparently, contracts don't mean shit. Apparently, you don't need to take accountability for your actions. Apparently, we can just say whatever the fuck we want to say. So let the games begin. I have never in my life known more of a punk ass fucking bitch. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Shout out to the reality TV mess for getting this.
And to think, you said you're gonna, quote, take over the American reality TV market. You just wait till America finds out what a little bitch you are. You're not gonna take over shit. You guys, I have regrettably.
Yeah. So she does not seem happy with Inky, okay? And she could change her story all she wants. I believe what Inky said in the article, they weren't together when she went out there to film. It's all bullshit. I smell bullshit right through the fucking screen. Now, speaking of bullshit, okay, I don't know what is going on with Danielle and Johan. I'm going to have to get Danielle on and we're going to have to figure this out because one moment I thought they were getting back together and the next minute Johan is posting shit like this. And unfortunately, I have to mute the music or I'm going to get a copyright strike. But there's captions, okay? So check out the lyrics of this song. It's like, Johan, what the fuck are you talking about?
Señalar, siempre van a acusar, siempre van.
And look at him just walking down the beach. I mean, this is such a strange video to post of yourself. I don't know. Is it just me? So, yeah, I don't quite know what's going on with Danielle and Johan. I really want to figure it out just for my sake. I mean, I'm being nosy. So I'm going to get Danielle on and we're going to have a chat. So, yeah, Johan, I really think that you're just way too full of yourself and whatever. So, Julia and Brandon are doing a European tour. They're currently in Greece right now, but Julia says that even, you know, when even while they're traveling, that she needs to find some place to hide and just to take time for herself. I feel like I'm just tearing myself apart from inside. I forget about myself and run to solve my family's problems. When will this end? Many big and complicated problems arise and they accumulate like a snowball over a long period of time. It's very difficult when there's distance. Devalue what I do, put pressure on me. I am not made of iron. I'm tired. Greece looks like a beautiful country, but once again, I'm going to say this. If you don't take care of your mental health, you won't be able to enjoy the nice things in life, okay? Because it looks like Julia's miserable, and they're like on a European tour. They've been to Germany, now they're in Greece. So I'm wishing nothing but the best for Brandon and Julia. Stephen and Alina. Do you remember these two? A little Stephen and Alina update. So check this out. What a wild journey it's been. We've been living in China for 3 months now. Turns out we didn't have anywhere else to go. Here's the backstory. Unsure if I get another residency permit in Turkey, we set off traveling for 6 months while waiting on my US visa. With no updates, we decided it was time to settle down and live a normal life. China became the best option. We end up separating to gather all the necessary documents for immigration, which took 4 months, but the wait was worth it. I finally got my Chinese residency permit. Now here we are embracing this new chapter. So there you go. Stephen and Alina are living in China now. Usman versus baby girl Lisa. I was wondering what the fuck was up with this. So Usman posted this picture of himself to his story. He's looking, very Where's Waldo-ish. And baby girl Lisa posted, Where's Waldo? Oh, yes, since you like to make false statements about my job, you best enjoy that man bun. You losing your hair just like your brothers. Turn around is fair play, Usman. Comment away, and before someone makes a stupid comment, this is for shits and my giggles. The family Chantel. Nicole wants everyone to know that she has not gotten a nose job. Okay. She may use a really good filter because we all know she doesn't look like this, but she wants everyone to know she does not have a nose job. She still has those braces on. Mama Karen is running for what is this called again? Fab 40. Yes, she is running for Fab 40. Okay, Fab over 40. Everybody go vote for Mama Karen. And is this Winter's new boo? Dr. Boo? Interesting. Before I wrap up this edition of Oy Vey, here's some miscellaneous updates. We have Andre and Elizabeth's son Winston. He turned 2. Okay, it felt like to me just yesterday when she was pregnant with him, and now the kid is 2. We have Kalani's boys with their baby sister. Adorable family picture, so fucking cute. Yara and Mila experiencing Disney for the first time. So fucking cute. And we have Scarlett. Happy 3rd birthday, Frozen Princess. Did I mention how stinking cute all these kids are? Josh is giving me hot flashes, okay, with these videos that they're putting out. Josh, Rob, and Jamal. I mean, go check out the 90 Day Bad Boys page on IG if you haven't already. Some of the videos, are highly amusing, and some of them I'm just like, whoa, Josh. That's all I have to say. Sophie and Claire are going to go live on TikTok eventually. I'll keep you guys posted on that. TJ and Kim seem to have made up, and they're posting stuff on their YouTube channel about their travels and things like that. Even though TJ says, life made me so quiet, I just want to listen. No more talking, no more arguing, no more explaining, just pure silence. I don't think that's very good, but hey, to each his own. Natalie's getting in the mood for Halloween. We have David and Annie spa day. Thais post nose job. Corey and Evelyn leading a hike. Razvan, very interesting picture of Razvan and Big Mike. Guys, I wanted to correct myself. Okay, maybe about a month ago, I was on a live with Kelly. And I believe it was the one that I had Victoria, the psychic, on. And we were talking about Angela and stuff. And someone had mentioned in the comments that Billy, the guy from Canada that needed the kidney transplant, they had heard that he passed away. Well, I just want to confirm that he has not passed away. Billy is alive and well. Okay. He has a girlfriend. He's living his best life. So I just wanted to correct myself, okay, because I put out some misinformation about a month ago. So Billy is not dead. And I just want to nip this in the bud. This is actually Kenny's grandson. Him and Armando did welcome a new baby, but it's not their baby. It's Kenny's grandson. Okay. I've seen some, clickbait accounts floating around saying that Kenny welcomes a new baby with Armando. Okay, so I just want to nip that in the bud. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much. See you next time. I am so happy StreamYard is working again, guys. Can you tell how fucking happy I am? Bye, everybody.